Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Sapna Prabhu and I have been teaching for the last 30 years or so. And in my journey as an academician for 30 years, I have seen a lot of students who have passed out. And one thing is for sure, we have accepted and we know that things have changed, the generations have changed. And it's not surprising considering that these students nowadays basically have access to gadgets, to technology from a very young age. So obviously they are very differently, wired. They're very differently taught. The way of them absorbing topics is very, very different. So it's not surprising that there is a need for all of us as teachers to try and, overhaul the entire mechanism and come away from our traditional way and adopt better methods to make the teaching learning process very effective. So I particularly feel that we should have, say, a 3-step process by which this can be done. And the first step is the curriculum planning itself. The curriculum, making should itself be done very innovatively. It should be backed up with extremely good delivery and using innovative techniques of teaching, etc. And then follow it up with a very good, innovative or a very carefully made, grading scheme or assessment scheme. Now, what I mean by the very first step is the curriculum making. The curriculum making generally should be done in such a manner that every module that is made in the curriculum should actually be able to keep a good balance between conceptual understanding and its connect or its relevance in the outer world. I believe students cannot understand things, or the interest can't be held if you're going on giving concepts but they're not able to imagine those concepts. So it's very important, according to me, that in every module of the curriculum, maybe we could have the last 1 or 2 topics which are related to the applications or the actual interpretation of these concepts to the outer world. Another thing that could probably help is self-learning, including self-learning topics in the syllabus, because self-learning actually allows the student to explore, and that's very, very crucial in the learning process. When I talk about innovative delivery or pedagogy, it means that it's important that teachers now understand that we cannot go on lecturing students or giving them long classes where they're expected to learn. In fact, I feel that if there's a course which is, say, for 40 hours in a term, maybe 30 hours could be where there's actual knowledge transfer. You're giving knowledge, you're teaching particular things, but the remaining 10 hours or so should actually be given to something which is activity-based. In fact, in every class also, in 1 hour session, if we could have a 45-minute class and remaining 15 minutes could be actually given to discussing what we just spoke of, or debating, asking their thoughts, etc. Now that will keep the interest going. So I personally feel that this should be done by every teacher, and that will make all the classes very, very interesting. And activity-based learning, which means doing something like a role play or using something like a think, pair, share kind of a teaching methodology, or maybe a flipped classroom wherein you give a topic a little in advance, ask them to read that, or probably have a debate in class between on a topic where there are probably 2 sides, pros and cons. You could have a debate session. Now this all can turn out to become very, very interesting. So these are some things that I think that we should do as teachers, to keep this generation engaged. And finally, I believe that without having a strong grading mechanism, or a mechanism where all of this is going to be graded, the students are really not going to respond well to it, which means that we need to think about how we are going to grade each individual student. Maybe grading schemes could include individual performance as well as team performance, where you could ask them to do multiple activities which could be group activities, and all of these gradings should be shared with the students regularly, and you must keep getting feedback and watching how all of this helps. And this should be done throughout the term so as to keep the student invested. That's very important. So these were the few things that I feel that we all can do as academicians. Thank you so much for your patient hearing, and have a good day.